Okay, let's be real for a second. AI-generated content isn't some cool new thing anymore, is it? It's the air we breathe. It's popping up in our social feeds, it's helping us write emails, it's creating incredible art. It's just fundamentally changing our world. And, in this absolute flood of machine-generated information, it's so easy to feel a bit overwhelmed, a little lost. So the big question is, in this new digital environment, how do we find our footing? Let's dive in.
And this really gets to the heart of the problem. Professor Lo-fen, who's a leading thinker in this field, just nails it with this quote. The anxiety a lot of us feel isn't that AI is going to fail. It's that it's going to succeed so completely that we're left scratching our heads wondering, okay, where do I fit in? Its sheer power creates a totally new kind of uncertainty.
So yeah, that brings us right back to the central question we really have to answer. In an age where a machine can spit out endless text and images, how do we, as humans, find our footing? How do we stay grounded?
To answer that, first we've got to understand a massive shift that's already happened. AI has moved way past just being a tool we decide to use. It's now the actual environment we live in thinking.
I mean, think about it like this. It used to be like a specialized instrument, something you'd pull out for a specific task. But now, it's this persistent partner in how we think. It's constantly involved in how we work, learn, and create. It suggests things, it corrects us, it generates ideas, it guides us. It's not just a hammer anymore, it's the whole workshop.
And this new environment brings a pretty subtle but really profound risk. When the machine is so good, so helpful, the temptation is to just, follow along, to kind of outsource our own thinking.
And this is absolutely crucial. The real danger right now isn't job replacement, it's judgment replacement. The moment we stop exercising our ability to really understand something deeply, to make critical judgments, and to actually take responsibility for the final output, well, that's when we risk losing the very skills that make our contribution valuable.
And this slide right here gets to the heart of why our judgment is so vital. Just look at this thing. To a machine, language is a game of statistics. It's just all about predicting the next word based on pure probability. It doesn't feel joy or sorrow. It calculates the statistical odds of words that are associated with those feelings, and that's a whole different universe from real human meaning. So if we're living in this powerful new world, this cognitive environment, we need a map, right? We need a new way to think. And that is exactly what Professor Lo-fen's incredible methodology, AIGC Text and Image Studies, gives us. It's a foundational framework for this new era.
Let's be super clear about what this is. This is not just another list of tips for writing better prompts. No, AIGC Text and Image Studies is a formal methodology. It's a structured way of thinking designed to give us the critical tools we need to analyze and interpret AI content. Its entire reason for being is to make sure that the human stays in the driver's seat, the one who judges, understands, and takes responsibility.
And I absolutely love the metaphor Professor Lo-fen uses here. She describes her methodology not as a list of easy answers, but as a coordinate system, a reliable framework to help you stand firm, to find your balance and your direction in the middle of this constant storm of generated content. It's all about building our confidence, not our dependence on the machine.
Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how does it actually work in practice? Let's break down the practical toolkit that AIGC Text and Image Studies actually gives us.
So, at the very core of this whole methodology is a really simple but incredibly powerful 4-step process. You can apply it to pretty much any piece of AI content. First, you just observe what it looks like on the surface. Then, you identify what kind of content it is. Next, you dig in and analyze its underlying structure. And only then, after all that careful work, do you get to the final human-centric step, interpreting its meaning. And this table just brilliantly illustrates the why behind those 4 steps. Check it out. It shows the perfect division of labor. Let the AI system handle its primary role, generation. Let it do the heavy lifting. And expression? That becomes a powerful team effort. But look at those 2 critical functions in the middle, interpretation and judgment. Those are our primary roles. That's where we add value that the machine just can't. The machine gives us the raw material, we provide the insight. So let's zoom out a bit and see what this looks like in the real world. Because this isn't just some academic idea. This framework for collaboration is literally shaping the future of work as we speak. Brand new roles are popping up that sit right in that space between the AI's raw output and the finished product. These folks aren't just operators, they're curators, they're ethicists, they're strategists. They have to weigh, interpret, and guide what the AI produces to make it meaningful and responsible. This methodology gives them the very tools they need to do that job.
And this right here is the key takeaway for the future of work. It's not about humans competing with AI. It's about humans who can effectively collaborate with AI. The people who can steer it, question it, and pull real, meaningful insights from what it creates. That's a future of collaboration, not replacement.
All right, let's bring this all home. As we navigate this new era, the methodology of AIGC text and image studies gives us a clear path forward. A path that reinforces the fact that the human role is, and always will be, irreplaceable. So let's be crystal clear on this new partnership. The machine is an unbelievably powerful generator. It can create oceans of text and images in the blink of an eye.
But raw content isn't the same as insight. We're the ones who find the patterns, connect the dots, and ultimately create meaning out of all that noise. That's our job.
In the same way, an AI can give us 1,000 different options, 1,000 potential ways to solve a problem. But we are the ones who have to choose which path to take. We provide the critical eye, the strategic thinking, and the final accountable decision. That is a fundamentally human responsibility. And so, this framework, this AIGC text and image studies, it doesn't give us all the answers. Instead, it leaves us with the one essential question we all have to ask ourselves now. We have a technology that can write our stories, but what meaning will we choose to live by?